Hey guys, what's up? Back at it here in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This will be day 337, 338, 339, 340, and 341. I got really behind in recording. I really just got more into the present moment and just hanging out with my kids and packing and doing all the things. And the recordings just didn't fit in anywhere. I don't really like to do the recordings when the kids are around and I'm trying to focus on them, or, they can be interrupted because sometimes they need my attention for something, or at the end of the day, when, everybody's trying to get ready for bed and go to sleep. I try to do them in the morning before I get to a whole bunch of other things. So we are getting to a lot of days, and I honestly will tell you that I have forgotten a lot of stuff that's happened. So we'll just roughly overview all of these days. So we're getting into a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. This is the beginning of June. We're pushing into the second week of June. Moving is getting closer and closer. It's just so crazy, surreal, amazing, beautiful to have this time come and to be in the last moments. So I will tell you that Wednesday, I decided to do an alkaline diet to help reduce inflammation in my body and give me some relief from this arthritis that has kind of crept up from a long time ago, injuries and different things. So I have been listening to Barbara O'Neill. I have been listening to Dr. Mindy Pelz about fasting, about hormones, about natural remedies, castor oil. And so I have just gotten on top of my game, literally, and just decided to turn things around. I have also been deep into listening to and learning about Kabbalah, and so I am at level 2 in that, and that's also been very helpful to align with some thoughts and processes on like what's going on and where I can focus my attention. It's been very helpful with my relationship with my son and all of the reactive behavior that I've been challenged with. It just, it gets less and less. That doesn't make it any better, but the severity of my reactivity with my son it's just gotten better and better. And so I do feel like, that's one of the things I'm supposed to be working through. So Thursday was a normal school day. Kids got up, got ready for school. And we had switched the chiropractor to Thursday. So I was picking my daughter up in Carline. And during the day, I was pretty much at home the whole time, just getting things packed up, just like, taking dishes out of the cabinets, just getting things into bins and boxes. And my good friend said that she had a whole bunch of boxes from work that she was going to bring on Friday, which she did, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Thursday was a really great day. Went to the chiropractor with my daughter, went to the store with her to get her some snacks, came home, hung out. She's been getting into some different school projects that have been drawing her attention. And so I have just been getting into my Kabbalah and working on that. Also, it's been raining outside, and I've been hanging out with my son when he has available time away from his gaming and his friends. So Thursday was a really cool day. Thursday, nothing crazy, chiropractor, school, packing, normal stuff. Typically Tuesdays and Thursdays I get into yoga, and so I did that. Normal evening, kind of wrapped everything up and got ready for bed. Getting ready for Friday, because Fridays typically I'll get both kids up, and that's what we did. We all got up together. We got ready. My son got ready too. We went to Dunkin', after we dropped off my daughter to school for our date, and he got some donuts for himself. And we just were able to talk and chat about how he was feeling, about school, about endings, about, family, about Florida. So we had a really good conversation that whole time. And that's kind of what they're for. The days when I hang out with my kids and have special one-on-one dates is just for me to be there, to be present, to spend time just one-on-one, and to allow those conversations to evolve if they need to. So Friday was great. Friday morning, like I said, dropped the kids off and got home, got to my workout, my kettlebell, my sauna, my vibration plate, my acupressure and grounding. And I have really been babying my knees. So not like not doing anything, because I still do my stretching and yoga and all that stuff, but continuously putting healing cream on it, salve, just like every time I sit down, I put the salve on. Every time I sit down, I put the salve on. But I haven't been to my Restore Hyper Wellness because they said in one of the documents I read, you can't have open sores in the cryo chamber. And so I was just like, oh, well, my knees are really busted up, so I can't go for a while. But I was like, I really need to do something for this inflammation. Maybe I can go in and get a IV drip, and that would be really great. And so I was thinking about what I needed to do after getting to, my sauna and my workout at home. And I was just like, okay, I am going to go to Restore and I'm going to get this IV and I'm going to do some self-care, get some compression on my legs and sit there and relax and enjoy it and be present. I started to listen to The Power of Now again, and I've been gleaning a lot of new information from it. So like every time I listen to it, I get different pieces and new insights. It's really cool. It never seems like the same book that I'm listening to. So I've been listening to The Power of Now again, doing my Kabbalah, doing my, intentions, and really on this new diet. And it's not diet like I'm trying to lose weight. It's diet like, let me change the way that I'm eating. So I decided to go to Restore, went to Restore, walked in, and I've been going no makeup for a while because I've been doing castor oil on my eyes at night. And so if I put mascara on, it gets a little challenging, the washing the mascara off completely, so that I'm not rubbing mascara into my eyelids with the castor oil. So I've been going like no makeup completely. And I had this one of my staple pieces, a white crop tank top and these really loose black overalls that I've found. They're just so comfy. They're like linen material. And I had my Birkenstocks on. And so I was feeling cute. I had my hair down because I had just showered, so it was like wet ish and down. So I was like definitely vibing and feeling cute. But obviously I didn't put a lot of effort into it. I just threw on what made me feel comfortable and cute in the moment. So I went to Restore. I walked in. Waited for a minute because the lady was talking to somebody, and this gentleman, and she acknowledged me and asked me what I wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, I'm just stopping in. I like to get an IV, and I don't have an appointment or anything. And he was like, oh, you're coming in for what I am coming out for. And so he had a band around his arm, and he had just come in for the IV and was done. And so she's like, oh, we got to get your paperwork redone and this and that. It'll take 30 minutes. Like, fine, I'll sit here and hang out for about 30 minutes. And the gentleman who was standing there, somehow it came out that I was like something about moving to Florida, and he's like, oh, I'm moving to Florida as well. And so then we struck up this conversation, and we just started talking and being very intentional about just connecting and all of the similarities. And we literally soaked up that 30 minutes of wait time talking. And it was funny because when I had to go back for my IV, I had to cut the conversation short because we were still kind of like grossly engaging in this conversation. So it was quite nice. I did exchange like phone numbers because I was like, yeah, if you're moving to Florida, I'd love to connect. Sound like a really cool person. And, that was that. And so then I went back for my IV and I got that compression and IV, just relaxed, enjoyed it, had such a great experience. Being more in the present moment, acknowledging things that come through. These things are meant for me. These people, whoever, even the background people are meant to be background people in my movie here. And so just acknowledging that. And then, so once I was done with the IV, I went to Costco to return a vacuum that I had purchased that got clogged up. And as I was moving through the day, I just felt really amazing, really on a high, just like super like happy and just enjoying everything. And the gentleman I met at Restore, he had already texted me and said it was great connecting with you. You have great energy. I would love to maybe connect again and just continue our conversation and get to know you a little better. And so, I thought about it and I was like, I don't really understand what this connection is meant for or why it's here, but I am always one to walk through an open door and just connect with people and see, what I'm supposed to work on and what I'm supposed to learn through these interactions. And so I said, yeah, that would be great. And so we did. It's not like we had connected and just like immediately just blast text messages and like it's not in front of our face or my face that this is any kind of like dating scenario connection. Not that I'm aware of, but it's just like, two people who are interested in the same things, who are kind of in the same places, who are moving to the same place, who are just connecting and having those cool conversations. So as I was going to Costco, returning the vacuum, that was, fun. I, went home after that, got into the house, started doing different cleaning, packing, everything. Every day I pack a little bit more because I'm like, I don't know what else I can pack at the moment. Because there's a lot of things we'll be using, and my daughter's planning to have a party with her friends and do some baking. And so there's some things like I can't pack until last minute. So every day I'm going through stuff. Every day I'm emptying closets. Every day, like, I'm selling more things and and taking more things to the thrift store. And I'm just like purging massive time, and it's great. It feels amazing. But yeah, I got into the house and picked up the kids from the bus stop and got them home. And every night I've been making different dinners. So I've been pulling from the freezer, pulling from the fridge, pulling from the pantry, just trying to get different things out and used. And then also with my new diet, trying to figure out what I can eat versus what they can eat. And I'd love everybody to join in and do the same thing, but that's not fair if they're not ready to do that. I can't force something on them, which I've learned through the years that I've tried to do that, and it hasn't really worked very well. So yeah, Friday was great. We all hung out. My daughter was just chilling with me on the sofa. We were watching a new anime, and she was starting on a homework project. She is going to be writing a short novel, and I think it's great. It's just an amazing project. She's such a smart girl, And, she's not a girl anymore. She's getting into that teenage woman phase. And so she's just an amazing woman. I'm just blessed by her every day when I see these just like aha moments for her. And it just like gives me such pride and joy and love that like, hey, I had something to do with part of that. So that's amazing. And not like in a prideful way, like, oh, I'm so great, I had something to do with that. It's just like, it's beautiful to see her mature and come to this realization on her own without me forcing her. And I'm like, she's going to do just fine. So anyway, yeah, just hung out with the kids Friday. We were supposed to be having my sister from Virginia come down and grab some stuff from my grandma's house, either Saturday or Sunday. And she said not Saturday, but definitely Sunday. And so Saturday just became a chill day at home. We were just relaxing in the house. Everybody slept late. I made the kids like food. I got into some more of the Kabbalah stuff. What else did I do? We didn't go out anywhere. That was for sure. We stayed in the house. We did go outside to get the mail from the week. And we don't get a lot of mail, so it can pile up for a couple of days. It's no big deal. And I was able just to hang out with the kids and relax myself and just, again, continuously pack little things here and there. And there was a point in the weekend when there was a little bit of misunderstanding and upsetness that happened. So there was a little bit of disconnect between me and the kids, and we all kind of sorted it out eventually. And I, again, was using more of my, in the present moment, Kabbalah teaching, where it's, pause, acknowledge that it's just such a joy and a gift to have these things come up so that we can work through them and understand why they're here. And so, yeah, did a lot of pausing. I've been doing a lot of pausing. And it was so good to have that happen, so that the kids could work. I've been so joyful about the kids being closer. They still have little tiffs and they still have, their own, aggravations with each other. It's not perfect, but they've been independently outside of me working on their problems with each other. And it's been beautiful to see that. And I've just been so proud. Again, not prideful like I'm taking all the credit, but proud just to be a witness to that. I'm proud that, maybe, me changing and growing and being an example, showing them the way that the creator, the light, that the universe is just open and light and bright and always giving and always just present, and that love is, all encompassing. If I can show them that, then they can start to emulate that as well. So yes, even if they don't know all the technical terms and they don't know like what Kabbalah is and they don't know what the power of now or the present moment, that if they don't know all of that, they at least know that they've seen it and witnessed it and experienced it through their mom. So that's been kind of cool to see that relationship shift too. So Saturday, total chill day, didn't do too much other than like, little stuff here and there, lots of relaxing, lots of, hanging out in the house. Sunday was supposed to be get up, get ready, get ourselves in motion so that we can go hang out with my sister and help them pack up stuff in my grandma's house. But my sister sent me a message. She was not feeling well. So that wasn't happening. So I was like, okay, guys, we're not going to do anything today. We're just going to hang out again. But But yeah, so Sunday we ended up just hanging out in the house, and we ended up going out to the store, I think, to get some stuff that we needed, like grocery-wise and snack-wise, and then just getting ready for school because Monday was school. And so getting everybody prepped and ready for school. The kids are getting closer to the end of school, so their school computers are going to be taken back. And my son has actually been using his school computer quite a lot for things outside of school. So this is going to be a real challenge for him and all. But over the weekend, I did talk to the gentleman from Restore, and we are supposed to kind of hang out on Monday and do like a pool barbecue. And so I was like, yeah, I'd love to come and hang out at the pool. I have this new diet. This is kind of what it is. If you want to like find some cool things that are within that, that would be great. And so that was the plan. So Monday morning, got the kids up for school, got my daughter to school, got my son to school, got myself, doing my workout, my sauna, my acupressure, my vibration plate, get in the shower after all of that, and then prep for going to the pool. So I pulled on my bathing suit, my towel, anything else I think I needed, but not too much. And, got my clothes, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Well, I did say that I would meet him at his place at a certain time, but I'm also being in the present moment and allowing time to fluctuate as it needs. And so I was a little later than anticipated, but I was perfectly on time as far as he was concerned. And, when I got down there, we just started talking and just connecting about being holistic and like castor oil, and talking about like sea salt, and just like all the things we were talking about were so well connected. And he is ex-Marine, ex-law enforcement, so he is very much into like having weapons. And I was like, yeah, there's no problem with that because I have my concealed carry and 2 of my own. So it was a lot of connection, a lot of really fun chat and time. So we did go to the pool, hang out for a little bit. I got some sun. I love to sunbathe. And got in the pool, got some wetness going on because it was a little warm, not super warm. And then we wrapped it up to go back and make some food, made a salad, grilled portobello mushrooms. It was really cute because he was running around doing all this stuff, and I just allowed it. As I was listening to the Kabbalah, it was like the feminine energy is the one to receive, and receiving doesn't mean that you're receiving and taking. Receiving means that you're just open and available, and you're also supposed to be giving as well. And it's like, how can you be giving and receiving at the same time? And so I was kind of feeling it out, like how can I be here and be in a space of always be giving, like the light of the creator, like the universe, and also be receiving. And so I felt it, and I felt energetically that I was like, oh, this feels like what that is. And so it was very lovely to sit there and chat and be receiving and giving at the same time, and connect with somebody and have a great fun pool day and barbecue. So yeah, we chatted about, hanging out again. And he's moving to a different part of Florida, which is like 2 hours from where I will be. So it's not like we're going to be in the same area, but still kind of cool that we're both moving to the almost same place at the same time. Kind of situations similar, divorce, separation, kids in the mix, and he's just moving to follow his ex, and it's just been interesting, all the conversations that have happened. And again, I'm sitting with this saying like, why is he in my movie? Why is he in my space? What is this connection and relationship and person supposed to reveal about what I need to work on versus like just la-di-da, let's go through it, let's have fun. Of course, there's fun that's to be had, but still, it's always about like, what do I need to work on? What is this revealing to me? So different space. So then I got done with that, headed back home. And so this was really funny because he lived down past where I used to work at the coffee roaster like last year. And as I'm driving to his house, I drive by a friend of mine's shop, and I'm like, oh, I love her shop. It's just so great. I'm so like blessed and happy to have reconnected with her and seen that beauty unfold. And, I wish all the best for her. I'm going to stop into the shop too before I leave just to say goodbye. And then I drive by one of my ex's tattoo shop, and I was like, acknowledge that person. I wish all the best, all the things about acknowledging and giving gratitude and thanking them for how they were in your space. And so then I kept driving. Then I drove past where the roastery was. And so I had some little pinchy feelings inside, which are not good feelings. And so I just did the same thing, give gratitude, give thanks, bless them, wish them well as I'm going on. And then on my way home, the GPS took me a completely different way. And it took me past an area where I used to go for my hypnotherapy. And I was like, wow, this is cool. Like, I didn't know I could connect over here. So I revisited that space and I was like, thank you for what happened and thank you for where I'm at. And give gratitude to all of that. And then I also drove past one of the old churches. I used to work in the coffee shop. So again, it was like, thank them, gratitude, all the things. And it was it was kind of crazy to make that full circle on the way to his place and on the way back, that I was able to connect with all those places and things and give gratitude and thanks and release. Because I wasn't intentionally planning to go by all those places and do that prior. So it was just great. And then when I got home, I picked up my daughter, then chatted with her about school and her different projects, and then chatted with my son when I picked him up. And we had talked in the morning about, I said, hey, bro, when Monday comes, I was like, it's shower day. And he was like, okay. I said, so let's make a deal. Let's go to the puppy place first, and then you take your shower. It's like, sweet. And so his pants have been getting holes in it, and he will not wear shorts for some reason. I don't know why. But I am trying to remove those pants with holes in them so he can have fresh, clean pants, and like newer pants, which he has a drawer full of pants. But anyway, so I was like, yeah, let's go to the puppy place when you get home, and then let's go to, home to get a shower. So he's like, yeah, I'm agreeing on that. It's like, okay, you definitely have to have your shower. So then we went to the puppy place, had so much fun with the puppies. They were super cute, super playful. I've really been enjoying that. And hung out for like an hour and a half maybe, and came home. I have listed some of my coffee equipment that I'm not really wanting to take with me, that I'm not planning on using, and somebody was coming at 6 to purchase it. So we wrapped it up at the puppy place and came home. I got the kids some food. The guy came to purchase the coffee brewer and stuff, and that was great. Had a little connection there. Talked to him about coffee service and the equipment and cleaning and all that fun stuff. And so great. Made some money, got rid of stuff. And then the day got later, and I kept reminding my son, hey, don't forget, you have to have your shower. Don't forget, you have to have your shower. You have to change your pants because I have to wash those. And so as we're, going through the evening, it's getting later and later. And then he finally takes a shower and he keeps the same pants. I'm like, bro, you got to change your pants because I got to wash them. And he's just, having a hard time with it. And finally, gets him to change his pants. He took a shower. He changed his pants. He has no school computer now, so there's no late night YouTube watching, which we've been kind of like, I've been a little bit harder on him about. And so he was just having a hard time, and I sat with him and I rubbed his back with the magnesium oil, and we really just settled in and relaxed and talked about it. And he settled down pretty easily, and we're just going to keep going through the week and seeing how we do. And I'm just here to help him work through and work with his stuff, and he's here to help me and reflect to me what I need to work on. And so I'm always having that open mind of what is he showing me? How is he being a mirror of what I need to work on? And if I get complacent and feel like I've done all the work, I'm great, I'm perfect, there's nothing I need to work on, then that's a point where I'm setting myself up for failure. So if I always have an open mind about what I need to work on, then I'll be set. I'll be open for those, and not open for prideful falls. But anyway, that was the whole entire those couple of days that we had, and I am looking forward to getting back to recording daily if I can, because it's still going to be a crazy dash to the end of the month with all the stuff that's going on. But I do appreciate you guys being here, for listening in. Subscribe, share, like, comment, all the things or none of the things. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I am here just for myself, just to do the thing, and I do appreciate it if there are other people out there listening and showing their love. But if not, that is okay as well. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.